Yeah, I didn't mind Pokemon Let's Go. It was different. And sometimes that's a good thing. Let's try this this group. Get the Poison Gym leader against level 100 Dragonite, bruh. That would have been exceptionally easy, I imagine. Very nice. Didn't have any problems with obedience? Or I suppose at that rate, if it's level 100, it doesn't really matter, right? Because as long as it uses a move every now and then, they die anyway. This is a really annoying set of tasks. I've got to catch Pokemon undetected and use the catch window. Which, clash. Let's do the catch window on these guys. She could catch Articuno and ZA. That'd be cool if it had more legendaries for sure. Okay, that should be it. There we go, nice. Alright, where's my golden ball? Well, that's a regular ball. But it's big, so I'll take it. Alright, where's my golden ball at? Ooh, Carbink. A Carbink shiny would be super cool, actually. Alright, there's the golden ball. Okay, so we got a Spritzy group right in front of us. We got a Fido group below us. So this is a pretty good spot to reset on, actually, because it's got a couple of groups nearby. Let's just scout around a bit more. So this group we can definitely reset, and the Fido group down there will get reset. Is there a Carbink group nearby as well? That would be ideal. I suspect perhaps there isn't. Normally there's a group inside the building too, but it looks like there isn't. Yeah, normally there's a group like inside that mall or whatever it is. Alright. Well, we've got lots of Pokemon to look out for here, which is good. So let's get to resetting. Send our Gardevoir back. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised with how many legendaries and mythicals they had in this game, especially in the DLC. They had quite a lot. Certainly a lot more than I was expecting. You know, Mewtwo was really nice as well, so you get the Mewtwo Z and Y. Sorry, X and Y. It kind of would have made sense. Like, I think you're right, Toast, if they had the Cantonian birds as well, because you could catch the Cantonian birds in Pokemon X and Y, right? You prefer Mewtwo Y? Really? Okay. I think Mewtwo Y is probably better, but I like how Mewtwo X probably looks more. But Mewtwo Y is definitely, I think, the stronger of the two. But Mewtwo X, to me, just looks like really badass. For Charizard X, you like the blue fire. I also agree. I like Charizard X better. Charizard X is the one that's, it's dragon type, yeah? And yeah, it's blue. As opposed to Charizard Y, which is like a bigger Charizard, basically. Either way, they're both awesome. But, yeah, okay. Like, either way, I think they're both really cool. But I do agree I like Charizard X better, but I like Mewtwo X as well. Could also be that I'm a bit biased because I had Pokemon X, so I naturally gravitate towards the X Pokemon maybe, but I don't know. I like in this game they give you everything. I do wonder, does anybody have any predictions, like, for Pokemon Wind and Waves? Pokemon that you think, like, maybe don't have an evolution that you think might get one? Or, alternatively, Pokemon that they're going to give the regional variant type deal to. So, like, you know, Wiglet or Toedscool, or, like, the different, like, Alolan Pikachu or that sort of thing. Do you think there's any Pokemon that you think are either going to get a new Evo, or they're going to get, like, a regional treatment? I wouldn't be surprised, given... Here's my theory, based on what they showed in the trailer. They showed Gloom and Tropius. So I think Tropius might get an evolution, and I think Gloom might get a new Evo as well. Ah, Brad, thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate it. Shuckle should finally be in a recent Pokemon. It might be in the game, but hopefully they actually do something cool with it. Thank you for the gifted sub, Brad. It means a lot. You're too kind. And congrats to Master303 for receiving the gifted sub. Enjoy your emotes. No shiny yet, okay. Shiny Shuckle. Shiny Shuckle looks great. I wouldn't anticipate that they give Shuckle an evolution. I watched a video at one point where they explained why giving Shuckle an evolution would be a bad idea. Because if you gave Shuckle Eviolite, which boosts its stats when it's not at its final evolution, it would be, like, extremely tanky. So it would kind of break the game, unless they change Eviolite or they change Shuckle somehow. But yeah, I reckon Tropius and Gloom, you know, you've heard it here first. I reckon they're going to both have something interesting happen to them. But we'll see. I did also see a theory that the two of them were showed because they're both, like, Southeast Asian kind of Pokemon. Like, Gloom is a Rafflesia or something like that, which is found in Southeast Asia, and Tropius is a banana tree, of which, you know, there's a lot in Southeast Asia as well. So that's one theory why they're there. But I reckon that there's more to it. And I think Carnivine is finally going to get something too. But we shall see. Time will tell. I wouldn't be surprised in the next, like, 6 months or so we get, like, a full leak of everything. Like what tends to happen with Pokemon games nowadays. You kinda can't escape the leaks, I feel like. You don't like Mega Darkrai? I thought it was really cool. What don't you like about it? Also, I wonder if there's going to be Megas in the new generation. I suspect probably not, but it's interesting as also the design doesn't look good to you. That's fair enough. You're more than entitled to your own opinions. I was just curious if there was a specific reason why. But yeah, if you feel like the design's not up to scratch, that's a very valid reason. Yeah. That's probably my biggest question right now is Mega coming back? I know there's going to be a new gimmick, because there's always like some new gimmick in every Pokemon game that comes out nowadays. But I wonder if they might have the new gimmick and Mega. Because it feels like they're, like, with this game, they're solidly, like, saying, hey, we still really care about Mega Evolution. I definitely think that of, like, the gimmick stuff, Mega Evolution is definitely the most popular. So I wouldn't be surprised if they keep doing Mega Evolution. Man. Where are all the shinies at, man? Mega Evolution was in Sun and Moon, yes. So it was in Generation 6 and 7. 7 also had the Z moves, which I thought were like... They were cool enough, I guess. But it's like one of those things where it's like, you can take it or leave it, right? Dynamax and G-Max are pretty cool, actually. I don't mind Dynamax and G-Max. But, again, they're kind of like you could take or leave it. Terrestrialization is an interesting idea. But I don't think it's strong enough that they should keep, like, bringing it back. Hope we get an Ash Greninja again. Is that the one that's got the, Yes! Ah. Finally breaking a bit of a shiny... That was... we were in a bit of a shiny drought. I'm glad to have broken that with the little Fido here. Shiny Fido is very cute. I love shiny Fido. Let's trade these guys away. Alright, thank goodness we broke the drought there. Ash Greninja has the Scarf, right? Scarf? It's got something. What does it have again? I don't remember what Ash Greninja's thing is. Yeah, time will tell. So my 3 picks, Carnivine, Gloom, and Tropius. I think we're gonna get something, but we'll let time tell. So if later on we find out those are true, you can point to this moment as being the time when somebody predicted it. The ninja summons back and it bonds with the trainer after one of the opponent's faints. Ah, that sounds cool. Yeah, Greninja is super cool. It might be the coolest water-type starter. It's certainly up there. I mean, there are some great water-type starters. But Greninja's got to be one of the best. Battle Bond, yes, that's right. Damn. Alright, we don't have long left in this outbreak, unfortunately. And I wonder how many Pokemon are going to be new in Gen 10. Like, it seems like most Pokemon generations added between 80 to 100 new Pokemon. Gen 6, I think, was the lowest. I think it was like 70-something. I reckon we're going to be on the higher end of Pokemon for this generation. Like, probably close to 100 will be added in Gen 10, I think. But a decent chunk of those are going to be, like, regional forms or... whatever you call, like, Toad's cool. How it's not like a regional form. It's like it's a Pokemon that's based on another Pokemon. I don't know what the actual terminology for that is. It's like convergent evolutions or divergent evolutions. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I think it's convergent evolutions. Yeah, I'm suspecting around 100 new Pokemon in Gen 10. And we already know there's at least 9. There's the starters. Unless they're gonna make like a 4th tier Evo or something, which I don't think they would or should ever do, to be honest. Alright, come on. Come on, shinies. Show me some sparkles, guys. We're almost out of time. Give me something. None of them are shiny. I think the shiny is like a very dark color. Or carb ink. Yeah. Okay. We at least got one. So, that's decent. But not great. Man, compared to previous weeks, this week has been like a bit of a flop. But we did get those trade evos courtesy of Fireboy. Right, I did want to actually check the alleyway guy again. So I probably got a few mega shards to trade. So if nothing else, we made quite a lot of progress in the Pokédex. But not necessarily in the shiny world. And that's okay. Sometimes progress is a bit slow. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, when they changed it so that you could hold 9,999 instead of 999 mega shards, made such a huge difference. I was like, this is the greatest change they've ever made to this game. They're absolute giga chads for making that change. You think Zack is an evil man? The taxi driver? I mean, he's like, I want to destroy all other transportations so people have to use taxis. He's probably like he's the big bad of this game, honestly. Like, he's the main villain. Like, only a complete freaking psycho would come up with a plan like that. Like, I hate to say it, like, I don't really like taking taxis if I can help it, because taxi drivers, they pretty much rip you off. Unless you do, like, a prepaid fare. Like, they usually start the meter before you even get in the car. So there's already, like, an extra, like, $4 or $5 just tacked onto the price. Which is very wrong, but anyway. So they do that. And then sometimes they deliberately take longer to get there so that they can charge you more. Yeah, so my advice is if you're ever going to take a taxi, just do like a prepaid, folks. It's way safer. Way safer for your budget, I should say. Okay, so we got a bunch of Lopunnies around here. Kind of interesting. Sorry, Baniris. I keep calling it Lopunny. Lopunny is the evolved form. Baniri is the baby form. Taken an Uber once. It was GoFest 2018 or 19. I don't really take Ubers. I've been in Ubers with people before, but I've never actually. I don't have an Uber account. But I know Uber works more like what I'm saying about like prepaid trips. Like, I think usually Uber trips are prepaid, right? Like, there's not like a meter that fills up. You don't get charged, like, different amounts. If I'm not mistaken. Like, you're welcome to correct me if I'm wrong, but... Hello, Patrat. I'd love to get another shiny Patrat. I got one. The second one would be cool. Uber is way safer in that regard for sure, yeah. Okay, so it is like... The price is like locked in already. Yeah, definitely That's the way to go. You can do the same thing for taxis, but... I think most people don't, which is fair enough. I'd love a shell for Swablu. Swablu is a great shiny. I will say that. The gold, super nice. Come on, one more freaking drop item. Where the hell is where are these items at? Bruh. You gave Vinny an Alpha Mimikyu. That's very kind of you. Do you get anything different, or is it just like dialogue? But like actuals, where's an item? There we go, okay. Huh. Where's this golden freaking ball at, man? Gonna go inside and make some dinner. Hope you get all the shinies. No worries, thank you, waifu. Do take care. Have a wonderful din-din. Have something tasty. Nothing different, damn. Hey, Cast, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing good, friend. Where is the Goldie? There it is, okay. I've wasted so much time. I have wasted so much time in this outbreak. Come on, lock on. There we go. Let me give you a quick shout out, Cast. Start Karst. There we go. Yeah, it's a shame that there's not even, like, any different, like, dialogue. That would be nice if it was just like, he's like, whoa, you gave me an alpha? How kind of you. But nothing is like, that's kind of sad, actually. It's like, bro, I went through this extra effort. You didn't even give me... Like, I'm not expecting, like, a different reward, but, like, something. Acknowledge what I did, you know? Oh, we got a lot of, possible... Pokemon here. Is there like a group around here as well? Okay, there's a couple of different Patrak groups and a couple of Lopunny groups that were nearby. So I'm just going to reroll for quite a bit. And then we'll do a big check. Do a big sweep of the whole compound, if you want to call it that. Yeah, the more Pokemon that are in the range of the starting point, the better the chances you get of getting shinies. Because if there's like 3 or 4 groups in your radius, they're all being rolled for shiny every time you do this. And at the 1 in, you know, 1600 odds or whatever it is, you got pretty good chances. Might not be amazing chances, but they're pretty good odds. Yeah, I've been in Ubers before with other people. So like sometimes after work, if there's like a problem with like the public transport, one of my colleagues will be like, "Oh, I'm gonna grab an Uber. Do you guys wanna lift?" I'm like, "Yeah, please." So I've been in an Uber like 3 times with colleagues. That's about it. It feels very impersonal going into an Uber. Like, because usually when you go in a taxi, the taxi driver will, like, have small talk. Like, yeah, how you going? You know, what's up? Where you headed? All that sort of stuff. Uber drivers, and it might be the setting that my colleague puts on, but they don't say anything. They just, like, they're locked in. They do their job and they go. So you need to get your license. It's a very scary thing, so I can understand the delay, and also it's quite a process. At least here, I can't speak for other countries necessarily, but in Australia it's quite a process to get your license. But yeah, hopefully it goes well. Good luck with the process. I just wish we didn't waste so much time running around trying to find those sparkling objects. Because this is a good one. This is a good spawn zone. We got a pretty good chance of actually getting what we need. I think the most recent times that I took a taxi is like to and from the airport. That's probably about the only time the taxi drivers get business, I feel like. Yeah, I know in some countries getting a license is a lot easier than other countries. Australia is interesting because you can start practicing for your license when you're 16 in Australia, but you can't get a full license until you turn 18. And you need to do 120 practice hours before you can go for your test. But if you wait until you're 21 or older, you don't need to have any hours. They just let you go do the test without them, which is kind of interesting. Gonna do the special scan? Good luck. Hope you get something good. I know in other countries they get people driving sooner. Like, I think it's America, you can drive in some states when you're 16, I think you can get your full license. So we're looking for a pink rabbit. We do not have a pink rabbit. Yeah, the shiny luck is just not with us today. I'm sad. We've had so many weeks in a row with great odds. Like, I think the worst week in recent memories was, like, 8 or 9 shinies. I think it was 8. Which is pretty good. But 3 just feels really sad. We gotta at least get, like, 5 shinies, I feel like. If we get 5 shinies, I'll be happy. Any less than that, I'll be a bit sad. I mean, my logic is, like, if I'm streaming for about 3 hours, that's usually what my rough stream sessions are. I should be getting a bit more than a shiny per hour. 6 would be cool, because that's 2 shinies per hour. I don't know. Alright. Let's keep rolling. I gotta avoid the temptation of checking too soon for the shinies. It's better to do more resets and less checks. The more resets, the more chances there are of shinies. You can check as many times as you like. But if there's no shiny, there's no shiny. But if you're resetting, there's a chance for there to be a shiny the next time you check. So I'm checking too often, I think, in this zone. Like, if the shiny's there, the shiny's already there. It doesn't disappear. So we gotta just stick to our gut. Trust the method. Trust the process. Because we're doing so many rerolls right now. I'm locked in. I reckon if you had a macro controller, you'd be able to get even more, right? Because the inputs would be faster than what you can humanly do. So, like, it would bring up the menu, like, as soon as possible, instead of with me. Sometimes I press the plus button twice before it comes up, because I clicked too early. Like, that time I got it pretty much as fast, I think, as you could. Same with that time. But sometimes I'm slow. Sometimes I'm too fast, sorry, and it doesn't open up, because I click before I have control. Okay, I think now's a good time to do a check. So, the Patra is like a darker sort of color, and the Baniri is pink. Let's freaking go. He's done it. There we go. Alright. Now I feel better about myself. The process has been trusted. The shiny has been acquired. Alright, let's freaking go. That's what I'm talking about. Trust the process, folks. Trust the process. Baniri is a great shiny, mind you. I love the shiny Baniri. It's so good. It's super cute. Shiny Chad, yeah. Alright, so we're up to 4 shinies there. Like I said, if I could get to 5, I'd be pretty happy. So, if the game can be so generous as to give me, you know, 1 more shiny. It's like that video of that guy. What's that guy's name? So what's... I don't remember his name, but he did that video. It's like, can you give me 1 more day? I'm not asking for a week. I'm not asking for a month. I'm not asking for a year. Can you give me 1 more day? He also did, he did the, it's not disrespectful. It's not disrespectful to say that. I don't remember his name. I think he's like a... I know he's American. And I think he's got something to do with the sport, but I don't know what sport. But yeah. I'm not asking for you... It's actually inspirational as hell. You know, can you give me 1 more day? I'm not asking for a week, month, or a year. Just give me 1 more day. You tell yourself that every day, I guarantee you will start to feel better about your life. I'm not even kidding. You think I might be, like, joking or whatever. I'm actually totally serious. Like, if you're feeling down about how your life is going, psych yourself up in the mirror with that. I suspect you will feel at least a little better. Alright, we are nearly out of time, unfortunately. Still, 1 shiny from an outbreak is good. 0 shinies from an outbreak is bad. 1 shiny is good. Have you having a good day, dude? Yeah, it's pretty good. Can't complain, cast. Hope you're doing pretty well, too. I may have miscalculated. Can't stay, you wanted to pop in before sleeping. No worries, have a wonderful sleep. It means a lot that you chose to drop by. Okay. One of these days, I'm going to have the heartbreak of looking over a ledge and seeing a shiny that I can't catch because I'm about to run out of time. Right. Have a great stream. Thank you, thank you. Do take care and sleep well. Hey, we got 1. So we're up to 4 shinies today. So, Bellsprout, Ekans, Fido, and Baniri. So, not bad. Alright, who's up next? Bug types, I'm kind of like, eh. Yeah, I'm definitely like, eh, for bug types. Let's reroll. Could you give me 1 more round? This time I want you to do something different. And I want to watch you while you do it. But yeah, anyway. The reason why I was bringing up that guy with the inspirational speech is because, can you give me 1 more shiny? I'd like to get to 5. I think if I can get to 5, I'll feel good about how this this session went. We get another chance at Numel. Chikorita's not a bad one. Staryu is also a good one that I'd like to go for. Numel again, as I've mentioned, would be cool. Patrat and Bunnelby would be cool. Alright, let's maybe do Staryu, and then we'll maybe do Chikorita, and then we'll see how we go with time, and then maybe we might finish up, depending on how long they take. Mr. Rhyme. I like Mr. Rhyme, he's cool. Shiny Staryu is awesome, I agree. That's why I'm going to try and go for it. It is super, super cool. You read my mind, that's exactly why it's my target. Alright. Alright. Very bad zone layout. You seriously freaking missed? Bruh. Do I have anybody near me? I don't. Wow. Okay, the Staryus are right over there. Okay, that's not too bad. They don't, like, run away, do they? They're running around, but they don't run away, I don't think. I hope they don't run away. That'd be freaking awful. Imagine that. More Staryus over there. Quillfish. I do have shiny Quillfish already. Quillfish's shiny is quite nice. They are also very hard to catch. I don't know why this Pokemon is so hard to catch. Pinnacle. We got a bunch of Staryus, so there's actually a lot of options here. The problem is I don't really want to be catching the Staryus because if I catch them, they reset. Like the I'll just catch one. I have to wait until they respawn before I can catch them again, before they will appear again. Sorry. All right, Golden Ball, Golden Ball, Golden Ball. Where are you? Wherefore art thou, Golden Ball? There it is. Perfect. And yes, I'm aware that wherefore does not mean where. It means why. I've spoken about this a bunch of times. I feel like it's one of my... There's like a few topics that are like stream... Like it's... I've got like a deck of cards. Imagine my brain is like a deck of cards. And you flip over, like, different cards to get different, banter bits. The wherefore one is definitely one of the top banter bits. So I do think I need to run out to see what these guys are. Yeah, because they don't all spawn right away. So there's 5 there. I think we're getting 4. We are still getting 4 spawns, I think. I'm just going to roll for a while. I think we're getting 4 spawns in that group. Even without moving. I mean, either way, we're rolling for the Binnacles, so it's not the end of the world. We're still getting something out of it. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I will break this rock, though. Just so that if there is a Binnacle shiny there, we can actually get it, instead of being up against a brick wall. quite literally. Got a battle zone out of your first special scan? Boo. We hate battle zones. I don't know if you saw, though, Toast. I was talking about it before earlier in the stream. People did some research and they found out that you're guaranteed to get the legendaries and mythicals after 5 non-legendary / mythicals, if that makes sense. So, for example, you get 5 battle zones in a row. The 6th one is guaranteed to be a legendary or mythical if you haven't already gotten them all. If that makes sense. It's a pity timer, I think people were calling it. It's not 100% confirmed, but a lot of people brought up some data, and it seems likely that there is a pity timer. But it's not 100% confirmed. Like, the only thing I can really say, the reason why I'm not going to say it's 100% confirmed, is because there wasn't anybody in the discussions I saw saying, oh, actually, I have data that proves this wrong. All the people that were in the discussion said it's true. So I don't know whether that's just because they're the only ones who shared, or maybe it is just 100% true. I don't know. But there was nobody saying, no, this doesn't work, or this isn't correct. So I suspect it might be correct, but it's not. It hasn't been officially data mined, I don't think. The wildest thing to me still was in Pokemon Let's Go, so Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, the community had the shiny hunting method wrong for years. It was believed that once you got to a shiny, a catch chain of 40 for a particular Pokemon, the shiny odds for all of them was much higher. I think it went up to like 1 in 300 or 1 in 400 or something like that. But that's not true. The odds are still like 1 in... It's like 1 in 1,000 or something. And then it's whenever you catch a Pokemon, the next one that spawns has those higher odds. And then it goes back to the regular rate. So you have to keep catching to get the higher spawn rate, the higher shiny rate. It was ridiculous. For years, the community got it wrong. I remember it was Johnstone did a video. Was it like Professor Oak's Challenge All Shinies or something? I can't remember exactly what it was. And yeah, and he commented on it. He was like, the reason why I wasn't getting any as many shinies as I was expecting is because the community literally had the method wrong, and they only figured it out like years later. You're watching Johnstone right now. His content is great. He's an awesome content creator. He has so much patience and dedication. It's actually incredible to doing like these shiny hunts and stuff. You don't count alpha mediums you find, but you'll count the other sizes you shell for pumpkins. Nice. Yeah, Johnstone's great. Like, between, like, the Professor Oak's challenges, the Catch Every Shiny challenge, all that sort of stuff. The Professor Oak challenge are probably the most interesting ones to me. The one where it's like, you have to fill as much of the Pokédex as you can, like, at each point. So, like, you know, if there's 10 Pokemon you can catch before the first gym, you have to catch and fully evolve all 10 of those Pokemon. The Scarlet and Violet one was interesting because you have access to almost the whole map from the start, so you can get, like, almost the whole Pokédex. I think it's like you can get, like, 3/4 of the Pokédex or something before you even do, like, anything. You like Purple Cliff more, though. I don't know if I've ever seen Purple Cliff's videos. Their name doesn't sound familiar. Yeah, no Staryus. And no Binnacles. Alright, let's keep rolling. Yeah, good luck, Fireboy, with the continued hunt. Yeah, never seen Purple Cliff, but big fan of Johnstone. I'm looking forward to the inevitable Gen 10 Professor Oak's challenge / catching every shiny, etc. Video when that comes out. Should be really good. Ugh, rerolls. I was just drinking some water. I haven't drank water in a bit. So I took a big sip from my water jug. Well, it's a water bottle, but it's quite large, so I'll call it a water jug just for dramatic effect. I think it's like nearly 2 liters, my water bottle. I don't always finish it in a day. I think you're supposed to drink like 3 liters of water a day or something like that. I definitely don't drink that much most days. Unless it's like really hot and I get like dehydrated. Then maybe I'll drink that much water. It's kind of wild how easy it is to be dehydrated. Like, from my understanding, if you actually feel thirsty, you're already, like, pretty severely dehydrated. Like, at that stage. Like, when the warning bells start to go off, you're already, like, not in the danger zone, but, like, it's like, pretty significant. If you're drinking enough water in a day, you shouldn't ever really feel thirsty, is my understanding. Ah, I wasn't spawning Staryus that whole time. Oh, that sucks. Maybe it's not working then. Yeah, I think this whole time I haven't been spawning any Staryus, bruh. I don't know. I have a bad feeling this whole time I haven't been spawning anything. Alright, I think we're just gonna have to start running out. That's fine. We're gonna have less spawns, but more chances to hopefully actually get a shiny. I mean, we actually have to roll the shiny to actually have a chance. Because I'm pretty confident that they weren't always spawning, if ever. Which is really bad. Because I think the Pokemon still spawn, even if you can't see them, as long as they're within, like, a certain radius of the warp zone. But part of it feels like it's got something to do with, like, also having a line of sight. I don't know. Like, it definitely feels like, to some extent, you have to be able to see them. Otherwise, the game's just kind of like, well, I didn't bring in those Pokemon. Sorry, dude. Yeah. I think I've just royally screwed up this zone. Let's just go for a wander. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I've already bricked this up. Oh my god, there it is. Let's go. Oh. Oh. Just what I was saying, I was like about ready to give up and say like, man, I've like screwed up this zone so bad. There it is. How cool is this shiny, man? The wait, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It just didn't drop. Shiny Starmie is like wildly disappointing compared to Staryu. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Like comparing the shiny Starmie to Staryu, It's so bad. It's like just a slightly different shade of blue, and I think the gem is a different color. Oh, that's too good, man. Like, I don't think these guys were re-rolling. I'm definitely not close enough for those guys to be re-rolling. I think I just got really lucky there. That's too good, man. That is absolutely glorious. From the pits of despair comes victory. Alright, we're about out of time anyway. Still. I got to 5 shinies, that's really all I can say. I got to 5, that's what I said I was hoping for. Very pleased with the result. Can I at least get to this last group? Alright. That's fine. A shiny's a shiny, and we did get it, so very happy with that. Alright, we'll head to the Chikorita group next, I think. Methinks. Yeah, Staryu is one of those Pokemon's like, just don't even evolve it, man. Like, the shiny is so much better when you don't evolve it. Like, what were they even thinking, man, when they made the shiny Starmie? It's actually like a bra moment. Mega Starmie, though? I haven't actually seen shiny Mega Starmie, I'll be honest. Did they change the colors of the Mega? Like, I do like Mega Starmie. Doubt it. I mean, let's have a look. I'm actually curious myself. Mega Starmie. I know Mega Starmie's a bit of a meme, but I just want to see the shiny. Okay, shiny Mega Starmie. Ah. Nah, it's just the, it's the same shiny. That's a pity. Because some Megas have different, some Megas have different... Ooh, I could get, these guys shiny. Some Megas have different... God, where are my words? Some Mega Pokemon have different colored shinies. Like, the example that comes to mind is Gengar. There we go, nice. Your donut making RNG hates you? Yeah, I don't really worry too much about the donuts. Because the RNG is just horrendous. I kind of wish it was like sandwiches in Scarlet and Violet, where it's always consistent. But I'm doing pretty well. I hope you're doing well too. Nice to see you. Watching you games. Monkey. My dad actually gave me a shiny Pansage. Because he already had it. So big ups to my dad for the shiny. Yep, yeah, you rarely get sparkling power, but you get a lot of sparkling dragon power. Yeah, the whole process just seems like extremely frustrating to me. So I didn't really bother with sparkling power. You want the shelfers. I'm assuming you're already resetting the game, right? To re-roll your donuts? Because that's really all that you can do, I feel like. Just re-roll your donuts. And hope that you get the thing that you actually really want. Shell for hunting pumpkins, yeah. Fireboy's in the same basket as you, trying to hunt Shelfers. You only reset once because you caught Latias in the wrong Pokeball? That's fair. I can understand that. I've never really been somebody who cares too much about which Pokeball I catch stuff in, but I can understand why people would be, like, keen to have a particular Pokeball. Caught her in a dust ball and you nearly cried. Oh. Yeah, it's a bit of a mismatch color, eh? I wonder, are we getting Chikorita spawns by doing this? I know we're definitely getting the, Pansage. I have to check that his name is actually Pansage. Yo, shiny Chikorita, let's go. I love this shiny. Stop escaping. There we go. Oh, let's go. I'm not the biggest fan of Chikorita, but I love its shiny. Okay, let's not get rid of Chikorita. Let's just get rid of the non-shinies. Let's put Chikorita with the rest. And that brings us up to 6 for the day. That's not a bad total. Pokemon Go style. I don't think I've missed a shiny in Pokemon Go before. I'm trying to think. Maybe I've missed one. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like you usually are pretty likely to get them. You capture all the legendaries and premier balls. Yeah, that makes sense. I was doing that in Pokemon Sword. Whenever I do the Dynamaxes, I always catch the Pokemon at the end with premier balls. And then also the Terra Raids from Gen 8. You asked for 2 every hour, so mission accomplished. Exactly. Well, maybe we can go for lucky number 7. Let's see if we can get a 7th shiny to wrap up the proceedings for today. Except for some reason you caught Rayquaza in a friend ball because the color. I think I might have caught Rayquaza in a friend ball in this game too. Let's have a look. Because the color is like perfect, right? Let's have a look. Is that the friend ball? I think it is it not? Yeah, exactly. I was like, bruh, this is just too perfect. It's literally like the exact colors of Rayquaza. Yeah, 100%. I'm with you, dude. That was... It's the perfect ball for Rayquaza. The cool thing about Rayquaza as well is its shiny also has a perfect ball. Luxury Ball is just perfect for shiny Rayquaza. So mad about Darkrai's Mega, you put Darkrai in a regular Pokeball. Fair enough. Bit of revenge. I hope we can shiny hunt the legends in Gen 10. I wouldn't bet on it, unfortunately. They seem pretty committed to shiny locking starters and legendaries. And I really don't know why. Like, if somebody can give me a good rationale why they're so keen to shiny lock stuff, I would love to hear it, because I genuinely can't think of a good reason. Darkrai's a giant sperm cell, let's face it. I'm trying to think what it looks like. It's not coming to mind right now. But you might be right. A shell for Toxel, very nice. I quite like Toxel. Toxel's really cool. Found a shiny Alpha Dragonite in Zone 20. That's awesome. I was gonna ask the stupidest question. Do you know what I was gonna ask? I was gonna ask, is Mega Dragonite in this game? And then I remembered Mega Dragonite came from this game. Oh my god. I've been playing too much Pokemon Go, man. In my head, somehow, for a second, Mega Dragonite originated in Pokemon Go. And I was like, have they released it in this game yet? It feels like the perfect fit. And it's literally no. It was the other way around, Kaz. It was in this game and they put it in Pokemon Go. A shiny Metagross? Metagross is awesome. Yeah, Metagross is fantastic. The hardest part about shiny hunting Metagross in this game, I feel like, is even if you actually see it, the catch rate is atrocious. I think Beldum has, like, a worse catch rate than, like, legendaries in this game. I'm not even kidding. And yes, I know that the shinies have a boosted catch rate in this game. But, like, the catch rate is still, like, ass. Did I have a shiny Beldum? Let's have a look. I think I might have caught a shiny Beldum. I don't think I do. I'm just... Oh, no, I do. There's one. Yeah, just did a quick scan. I was pretty confident I did catch one. Evolve in the shelf. But let me know which version you get. The blue or the yellow version. High electricity. That's the yellow version. Yes, there we go. Nice. I think that's probably the one that I prefer. Mainly because that was the first one I ever got. The first Toxtricity I ever got was the high electricity version, and I think to me that's always just been like the default. The guitarist, ooh, very nice. But yeah, Metagross is probably one of the coolest shinies. It's got to be up there as well. Like I was talking before, Trevenant and Phantump are up there for sure. Beldum, the Beldum family has to be up there. I mean, Charizard is just a classic all-time shiny. All sorts of good stuff. You skipped Snackworth because shiny lock. You don't know anyone caught the... I don't know anyone who went to do the Snackworth Legends. This is in Scarlet and Violet, right? I don't think I caught... I think I caught some of them. Like, I caught a couple of the ones that... I really wanted. Like, I caught, I think, the Urshifu. Oh, sorry, Cubfu. Cubfu. Wait, is there a Cubfu or am I crazy? I feel like there is a Cubfu, yeah? I think I caught the Cubfu because I didn't have a Cubfu otherwise. Like, I just had Urshifu from Sword and Shield. And then... yeah, I think that might have been it. No, but I never even unlocked all of the Snackworth Legends, because I was going to do the party quests with somebody, but then it never ended up happening. So I never unlocked all of them. But the only one I'm pretty sure I did was the Cubfu, just because I really wanted to have a Cubfu. For a pseudo living dex. I mean, I will say, it's cool to have, like, so many legendaries catchable in one game, but, yeah. It's not worth it anyways. It would have been another Dynamax adventure, but Game Freak didn't want to do that for Origin. Yeah, they're kind of just, like, standing around, right? Like, they're just, like, the legendary is just like, I'm just here, it's just a normal battle. And it's like, oh. That's weird. Why'd they do it like that? Yeah, the thing to me that's really odd is the shiny lock. I just don't get it. Like, the example that I can think of that's really pressing is the treasures, whatever they're called. The Treasures of Ruin, right? From Scarlet and Violet. They're shiny locked in the base game. And the way they gave out the shiny versions was, from like an event. It was like everyone had to do like a certain amount of raids. And if you were over the target, everybody got the shiny. It's just like, why? Like, if they want to do that, that's fine, but I feel like you should let people just shiny hunt them as well. Like, why not? DLC and not story-based, so shiny lock them is pity. Yeah, it really doesn't make any sense. Like, I can kinda understand... Like, with the nature of how Miraidon and Koraidon work in Scarlet and Violet, they can't really be shiny, I feel like. Like, what? You just start the game and you're riding around on a shiny Miraidon? It wouldn't make sense. That's probably the first time that it's actually probably made sense that it wouldn't be like that. Like, every other game that has shiny lock legendaries doesn't make any sense. Because you don't get the legendary until, like, the end anyway. Damn. Oh, there's nobody back here. Oh, damn. I'm kind of surprised we haven't got the, shiny Pansage. Why did I hear two shiny sound effects? Why did I hear two shiny sound effects? I'm not crazy, right? There was two shiny sound effects there, right? Where's the other one? It must be like up on the roof somewhere or something, right? Would it have gone off the bat? Oh man, now I'm really confused. You also catch the Rogue, Miraidon, Koraidon, which bullies your ride one. Could that be possibly shiny though? Would that make sense? Maybe. Wait, why did I hear the shiny sound twice? I swear to God I heard the shiny sound twice over. Or was it because it was near, and then I actually saw it? I'm very confused. Oh well. That one is locked too because it's story-based, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right, they do give you two, don't they? Yeah, because the intention was you can then trade your spare one with somebody in the other version. I guess that one, like the one that you start with, I guess could be shiny locked, but the other one could be shiny, I suppose. I don't see why not. But then again, if it is shiny, the intention is that you're then giving away a shiny Pokemon to get the other one that you need. Which doesn't really make sense. But yeah, the reason why it's shiny locked, you're right, is because it's based in the story. Like, it would be weird if, like, in the cutscenes it was a different color than what it actually is. I don't know. There was never a problem in the older games. Like, you know, when Rayquaza comes down to stop Kyogre and Groudon from fighting, he's always green, but you can get the shiny Rayquaza later when he goes back to the tower, and nobody really bats an eye at that. That's fine. I don't know. Or when, you know, in Pokemon Platinum... Oh, you don't really see Giratina, though. I was going to say Giratina's not necessarily shiny in the cutscenes. He's like a shadow until you actually go into the void to fight him. But Dialga and Palkia are not shiny in those cutscenes. They're just their regular forms, and then, oh, it's shiny now. Like, it's never been a problem before, so it doesn't really make sense why they've decided to say, like, now, no. They're involved in the stories that have to be shiny locked. We can hate Snackworth, the most hated old man in all Pokemon. He snacks don't attract shiny Pokemon, so we hate him. Yeah, those ones have literally nothing to do with anything, so they could easily be shiny. Is that a shiny in front of me? No, I'm crazy. I could have sworn one of those monkeys was shiny. Yeah, so my only guess why I heard the shiny sound twice was... I heard the shiny sound because it was close by. So usually when the Pokemon is close by but you can't see it, you hear the shiny sound to let you know that it's nearby. And then I think I heard the shiny sound right after when I ran around the corner and I've witnessed it. I'm gonna guess. That's my guess. That's my my reasoning for what happened there. But honestly, I don't know. I'll be honest. Yeah, I mean, my main target coming in here was Pansage. But I did get Chikorita, so I'm actually not going to complain. It definitely does feel like I always get not my primary target. Which in this case, actually is probably not a bad thing.